There was a couple of things that surprised me.
But if you look at the performance, I think there was one that beats them all.
What the hell was it doing on the awards lists? Malayalam Cinema is enjoying a golden era. But the thing about eras is that they always come to an end.
None of us would have been like, you know what, this is going to be one of the biggest films.
And there is certainly no need for Drishyam starring AJ Devgan.
But yeah, I think this film will be a big turning point for Indian cinema.
Maybe we'll be looking at films as the actual superstar and not necessarily who's in it.
Hello and welcome to the Pan India Project. My name is Rohan, aka the Indian Cinema Junkie. And for today's episode, we're here to discuss the current situations in Indian cinema today and take a look at the future as well. And Charles is once back in the studio again. Welcome back, Charles.
Aye, yeah, back for a third time.
Yes, how are you today?
Good, all good, yeah, thank you.
So, do you know what? Let's just address the main hot topic in Indian cinema, I would say, for the last 2 or 3 days, which was the National Film Awards we just had, right?
Yeah.
We had all the winners. And what were your initial thoughts, first of all?
Yeah, kind of. For me, it kind of went pretty much how you'd expect any awards to go. And I'm like talking internationally as well. So you see certain films on the lists and you think, that one's going to win. Whether it's worthy of them being on the list in the first place, it's like you can spot the ones that are going to win. There was a couple of things that surprised me. Firstly, Shah Rukh Khan's award.
I don't know. See, this is the thing. Like, was it the fact that he made his comeback after 5 years, and that's why they gave it? I mean, he's never won the award, right? That was, correct me if I'm wrong, the first time he ever won the national award.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
And then some people could say that, oh, it was awarded for all that hard work, but I feel like that should not be the point of the award, right? It should be for the films that were, like, because how it works is the films need to be certified from 1st of Jan to 31st of December.
Yeah.
So it should really just be for the film itself. I mean, okay, yes, Jawan took all this money, this stuff, that stuff, like Atlee, Shah Rukh Khan. But if you look at the performance yourself, I think there was one that beats them all.
Which one was that?
Wasn't really talked about, which was Aadujeevitham, The Goat Life.
Oh, The Goat Life, yeah.
Just because the way Prithviraj, that man, put his body into that film, you know, just the whole thing, regardless if you like the film, not whatever critics anyone had, just that performance was something else. The guy was stranded in the desert, full beards. Like, there was a scene where he's like topless and so skinny and stuff. Like, that's the dedication that there should be.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying that film was a challenge for Prithviraj. It has to have been. I don't know if it's quite on the level of Leonardo DiCaprio's Remnant, but it's kind of in that territory. So to grab the awards for Goat Life, I'm kind of like, yeah, I can see that. My personal thought about the film was it was just a tad too long.
Yeah,
there were certain parts towards like the second into the third act of the film where they're just trawling through the desert, and I'm like, right, okay, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Where are we going? But such an incredible performance and such an incredible movie in general. Yeah, it's an award winner.
Because I know,
for sure.
Like, even today I was looking. I mean, before dates, like, there was this whole thing about when it was, because it came out in 2024, but it was certified on the 31st of December. But then today there was this, like, 2 articles that were saying that it actually didn't go for certification until January, but that's actually wrong, because if you look at the CBFC website where it needs to be classified, it does say 31st of December.
Oh, right.
And it was actually the teaser which was certified or went for certification in January. So I don't know if they're trying to cover it up just to say, oh, maybe like trying to give false information to cover it up.
Yeah. I suppose the industry does do things in order to achieve certain goals. But for me personally, I'm like, I think with all awards ceremonies, it's kind of like, We know what these
Yeah.
are, really. So let's just let the film shine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I worry about it too much.
True.
I understand your points.
Yeah.
It's awards
Yeah. 'Cause
ceremonies.
I don't
though,
think
isn't it,
will
you
they
know?
ever change. Like this is no.
I don't think they will. And I personally think that's why they're not overly worth taking that much notice of. I like to read the nominations and then see who's won. And then the following day, I'm like, right, okay, carry on. This will have no more effect on my life.
Because I was actually noticing. So they do have like best Tamil film, best Malayalam film, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you look at best actors, best feature film, best cinematography, best direction, they're actually all Hindi films. That's the only thing I would say that I would want to see change. Like, I don't know if it was just the year that Hindi films have, but I doubt it.
No, I don't think it was because...
No, because there was a film called...
it wasn't the best year for Hindi films by any
like,
means.
even there's a Mammootty film called Qatil, and I feel like there was nothing about that film. And if, like, I've watched that film, and if people have watched that film, like, it was just that film alone was done so beautifully.
Yeah.
And the message that they tried to convey in there, was so different. But I don't know, I just have this feeling that maybe because of the social message at hand in that film, that's why it probably maybe didn't get considered for any awards.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
because there was this whole thing about Kerala story and propaganda, whatever. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just the system winning, right?
It really is. Yeah, I mean, as much as I loved this particular film, this Hindi film, Rocky Aur Rani.
Yeah.
Brilliant film, and I had such fun watching that movie. What the hell was it doing on the awards lists? That to me...
Oh, that award for best entertainer or
something
whatever.
like that. Yeah, I mean, it didn't just sound like a made-up award specifically for the film. And it really... As soon as I read that, my first thought was, well, some money's changed hands there. Why was that on the list? I don't
right.
know.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But again, with a lot of these awards films, and again, internationally... it is about money changing hands. It's not necessarily identifying and rewarding the most suitable films.
Right.
So, the awards.
I mean, hopefully they kind of learn from this year and see if they change anything. Because it's obviously backlogged.
But will they, though? I mean, this has been going on for years. Right? We'll probably be back next year saying exactly the same thing.
Yeah, why didn't this film or this film get it? But if we look at, like, this last, the current situation of Indian cinema, what do you think's been working at the moment?
Well, with regards to Hindi cinema, not a great deal,
Really?
Yeah, this scene, I'm pretty sure that most people will agree that for the time being, Bollywood and Hindi cinema has kind of lost its way a little bit. It's going to get back on track. I'm confident it's going to get back on track. But I think from a pan-Indian perspective, it's the South that is it's hitting the formula again and again and again. The one thing I would say, though, and I think it's undeniable that Malayalam cinema is enjoying a golden era at the moment. So right now they are getting it right. But the thing about eras is that they always come to an end. So I think for Malayalam cinema, and maybe you could even include Telugu, Tamil, Kannada cinema in with this as well. But particularly for Malayalam cinema, I think they need to start thinking about what they're going to be doing in 10 years' time.
Oh, interesting. I mean, with Malayalam cinema, I mean, you had like L2 Emperor this year, which was like maybe the first attempt, you would say, at a big budget film.
Super budget film.
Like a lot bigger budget film.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, I mean, I think they can still go on, continue what they're doing at the moment until a lot more people catch on to it. Because I feel like people are, especially last year, this year, catching on to it.
Yeah.
But it's not got to a point where like, okay, we need something new now. Like, let them, I feel like, continue what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you're right about South Indian cinema. I mean, like, you've had films like Tourist Family, Dragon, they're more catered towards a family audience, right? And that's what's working today, right?
Yeah, it is. I think one of the areas, what I should say, one of the genres for me is where the southern industries are perhaps going to have to be a little bit careful in the coming years. Is the underworld gang stories? I mean, look at Thug Life.
Oh yeah,
That should, to me, personally signal to the other industries like Malayalam Cinema that this formula is not going to work forever, because that was a
bit of disappointment.
Supposed to be a big film, and look what happened.
Yeah.
So I also, what I would also personally really like to see is not just the southern industries, but like pan India in general is expanding. And what I mean by that is into or considering greater genres, bigger genres. Say horror, for instance.
I mean, there's a cartoon franchise that's been launched recently, the Mahavata. Avatar.
Yeah.
And then they literally dropped the first film end of July. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're getting it in the UK this Friday, and it's done a lot of money. Like it's done 121 crore worldwide for an animated film.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's undeniable.
All of a sudden, this craze for animation, like this film's done something that most live action films have not been able to do recently. But I don't know if that's playing to like the God and the spiritual aspect of those films, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be, I think, is it seven films? So it's going to be this whole animated universe.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
and I think that is something brand new, right, for us.
Yeah, it really is. And that is definitely going to draw in the younger audiences as well.
I think here, though, it's rated a 15. I don't know why.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, that's interesting. Am I right in thinking that there's also going to be a Mahabharata live action as well?
Oh, I don't know. Is it going to be live?
I think there is.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure there is. There is a Mahabharata listed on IMDb, which has virtually no detail at the moment. But then there was also a AI trailer that I happened across, which, oh my God, I cannot see the point of these AI trailers. But it was Mahabharata starring Hrithik and Deepika.
Yeah,
no. No, so...
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning, you said about Bollywood being back. And obviously...
No, coming back.
Oh, coming back, sorry.
Yeah.
And there's the whole craze of the Saiyaara, this whole Saiyaara craze.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it was a good film, but have you seen any like videos? Have you seen the reactions that have been happening in the cinemas? Because some of them are like crazy.
Yeah. Was the clip that went viral, was that Saiyaara, where the film actually had to be stopped?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the cinema owner came in and stopped the film.
Really?
Because,
there was someone that took his top off. That's one. Someone turned up with an IV drip in them. See,
what?
Yeah, it literally, this film has blown up. Like, and no one could have ever seen it coming. Like, none of us would have been like, you know what? This is going to be one of the biggest films this year in Bollywood or in all of Indian cinema at the moment.
I saw one little viral clip of a guy who appeared to have become completely overwhelmed by emotion and was rolling around in the aisles like he was crying.
Yeah,
like
there's been a lot.
Arms around
but then,
and stuff. Like, what?
Is this why it worked? Because it touched a generation, or I'm trying to think in a Bollywood perspective. Has there been a romantic film like this? I mean, earlier we had another Metro and Dino, which came out before that, but this is a bit different. It's a bit more darker, I would say. Like, I think that's what people are eating up, right? People want the darker love story, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they always work.
And the music was the main selling point of the film, right?
Yeah, I mean, that again, I've sort of fair few viral clips of nobody watching the film, everybody dancing.
Yeah, sing it, the music was the main selling point. I mean, you had two new debutant actors, actress. So yeah, all of a sudden this film just blew up. But I think what are the main things that for you are not working?
Within
Indian cinema,
within Indian
like, yeah.
cinema in general. Well, for me, like I said, like I touched on a moment ago, it does seem to me that like a lot of Western content is doing very well in India. A lot of TV shows, sort of like Breaking Bad and that kind of thing. They are doing a lot of business in India, and I think one of the reasons for that is because there is no equivalent content. So for me, what I really want to see is all of the industries across the country expanding their horizons. Not everything has to be a solid Indian-based story. You can think outside the box a little bit more here. And there are numerous genres that I just love to see expanded on, because I know that the creativity within Indian writers is it's world class. But these writers need the freedom to tell their stories, and until the industry thinks, okay, we will take a risk here and we will do an unexpected genre film, I think things are going to stay the same way. But
because like I think Malayalam cinema do that well. They take a concept and then make a film out of it, and they know how to do that.
yeah,
But what you were mentioning about the Breaking Bad and stuff, I mean, we had Family Man, there's Mirzapur, there's stuff, but I think, are you looking for a big pivotal one which will like change the game basically? Or like a unique one? Is that what you're looking for?
you know what, I think to a certain degree, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for until it actually happens. But I think at the moment, like a lot of the industries restrict themselves because they're fearful of what is going to sell. And until they try expanding their horizons, they're not going to know what will sell. But like the one that I always come back, or the genre that I always come back to in this particular conversation, is the horror genre. India just misses the ball all the time. It's not all about Chirels and Dianes and boots. I cannot watch another boot film. If I see boot in the title of a film, I'm no. I'm going to watch something else.
You know what? Yeah, the horror, you're right about the horror thing. Horror comedy is a different ballgame. That's what's been working. But if you're looking at pure horror.
No, I'm talking about pure horror.
It's never really hit the mark. You're right.
I mean, like 9 times out of 10, even a comedy horror will be a boot film. Go Goa Gone 2 is supposedly on the way. That's going to keep the comedy horror genre ticking over for the next 5 years until we wait for Go Gone 3. But yeah, it's more the pure horror.
Yeah.
The writers are there and the ideas are there. So let's just put all the Dianes and the Chirels to one side for a bit. Try something else.
Interesting.
And I personally think it will work.
Yeah. But then also, if you look at now the OTT stuff, right, that's come out.
Yeah.
And like films, I think that's a big problem. Films release, let's say, if a film released 1st of May, end of May, it'll be on Netflix.
Yeah.
I personally do not agree with that. But just because, what is the point of going to the cinema when you know then, do you know what? I can wait 4 weeks. Like, what's 4 weeks going to mean to me? Like, do you know what I mean? That whole OTT concept.
Yeah.
It just takes the fun out of cinema, I think.
I understand it. I mean, for me personally, I don't get to the cinema half as much as I would like to, simply because I'm just busy. I just don't have the time. But obviously, filmmakers need to see a return on their projects. And one of the most guaranteed ways, supposedly at the moment, is through the OTT platforms. Now, I saw a little clip just recently of a guy who was being interviewed outside a multiplex. I don't know where it was, but in all honesty, it could have been any Indian metro city. And what this guy was saying was that he'd just taken his family to see a film. It was him, his wife, and 3 young kids. And they had, obviously, the movie tickets, they had popcorn, no drinks, and it was 5,000 rupees.
Oh, wow.
That's not affordable. It's becoming almost unrealistic to take your family to the cinema. So, what is the other alternative? It's the OTT platforms.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So then maybe they should reduce the price at the cinema. So then it's more because you're right about
that's the only way to do it. If you want to get people back into the cinema, it's got to be affordable. Because there's no other way to do it. Because
people will get offered 120 crore just to put their film on Netflix, Amazon Prime. Of course, other than if you're Amir Khan, of course you're not like people are not gonna say no to it's purely business, right?
Yeah,
is what it is. But if you look at Amir Khan's films, Zidara Zameen Par, he supposedly at first did the best thing, which was put it on YouTube, make people pay.
Yeah, but then it pay-per-view on.
But
on
then
YouTube,
it was only 6 weeks after or whatever. That was the only thing. But I think that model would be better. But then at the same time, not everyone may be able to access the YouTube, pay. But then if you're paying for Netflix, of course you can pay for YouTube. So I don't know if Amir Khan's film will be the only film that does it now.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, he is the only person that's attempted this.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit too early to tell whether his formula is successful, but I don't know. But I mean, I can't personally see a way out of this situation unless cinemas drop their prices.
But then this is the thing, if a film does come out on OTT and gets more credit, I feel like there are some good films that come out in cinema but don't get the financial success that they deserve, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but that is true the world over. Yeah, that is not just an Indian problem.
But then do you think that's part... But then I don't think anyone's to blame, because at the same time, you have the audience that don't want to go and watch that film. But then, I mean, for someone like me, like creators and stuff, obviously we go and watch it because you want to see it at most films, right?
Yeah.
But I guess from a fan point of view, they are the ones that they need to impress for them to go and watch the film, right?
Yeah.
Because we'll just go watch most films, depending if we like it or not. But then that's where they're not making money off the people that actually want to go just because of the film.
Yeah.
So do you think do you think that's on marketing?
Not. I don't know. I mean, not necessarily marketing. I mean, again, this could just be down to the pricing of actually, or the cost involved with actually going to see a movie at the cinemas. A lot of people, particularly if you've got a family, will need to be very selective because it's becoming an event rather than a pastime or a hobby. So I think people are going to be people are already becoming very picky and choosy as to what they actually go and see. At the movies. I don't think that's necessarily down to the films. I'm sure movie fans will look at new releases and coming out and say, I want to see that, I want to see that, I want to go and see that, I want to go and see that. I can only see one. I can only afford to go and see one.
But then maybe the cast does come into it, and I mean, we touched about family target audience, right? But you know what? Saying that, at the same time, if we look at a film which came out last year, Marco, that is not a family film. They literally announced it as the most violent film ever. And it made a killer at the box office still. So I feel like for that, it's because they announced it as the most violent film and it did deliver on that. So I feel like that's probably maybe what, I don't know, good films don't, but yeah, that was just one thing as well. So there are films that work, but maybe it's the marketing, right? Like maybe not to release the trailer 2 weeks That's a pet peeve as well. When
that?
when films release a trailer only 2 weeks before the film.
Oh right, yeah. No, well you want like 6 months.
Not 6 months, but at least like 2 months or 1 month. You know, I mean, yes, we're in the generation of the reels and stuff.
Yeah.
So our attention spans are short. But if it is a good trailer, marketed in the right way, we will still have it in our back of the heads. Like, let's look at Coolie and War 2. We've had those films in the back of our heads from the beginning of this year.
We spoke about Coolie on our first episode that we did. That was months ago, wasn't it?
So see, the content,
so we have been waiting for it.
It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. Oh, and what's your take? Because I know this is something that's not working, or remakes and sequels. I feel like sequels is just a cash cow at this point. But what's your... But unless it's in the storyline, if it makes sense, then fair enough.
You know, take Bahubali, for instance. That needed that amount of time to tell that story. So... I, in a certain sense, I don't actually consider those to be two separate films. It's not. It's one film, and we just took a break. We just took a long break in between, in the middle of the story. I mean, like, for me, I was thinking to myself, Bollywood needs to steer clear of remakes.
Yeah.
And just yesterday, just last evening. Now, I don't know if this is all true or whether this is just internet gossiping at the moment. But what I saw last night was that AJ Devgan's Drishyam 3.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh my word! It is potentially going to release before Mohanlal. How utterly disrespectful and rude. If this is the case, that's just appalling behaviour. Bollywood needs to stop this nonsense.
Because I think they were going to, correct me if I'm wrong, file a case to make sure it doesn't happen.
Oh, I don't know about
that.
But
then, see, this is the thing with remakes. Like, quickly, Drishyam, it did really well in the Hindi audience, right? So they kind of had to continue it. But then see the success of remakes. Because we're in 2025 now. There's like AI dubbing and stuff. Mohanlal could technically do Drishyam 3 as pan-India. And I think we could do. It would work. It would work probably better.
Yeah. But it has to come out before AJ Devgan. If I was Mohanlal, I would pop up to Mumbai and go and give AJ Devgan a good slap. Say, no, you're not doing this.
Yeah.
It's his film.
Yeah. I just think remakes, especially even song remakes, they just need to fix up big time.
And I tell you, let me just tell you this one has just like, it kind of boiled my blood. I was looking through a list of Hindi films for 2026 and I was like, oh, God, yeah. Okay, this is like the coming list is why I'm saying that I think the Hindi cinema and Bollywood is potentially going to redeem itself or begin to redeem itself next year. And I was looking through the list and there was a film called Butterfly. It's like, whoa, that's interesting.
Okay.
You know, if any Indian film has got a Western title, instantly I'm like, oh, okay, what's that? What's this then? And I read the synopsis and it's a remake of Queen.
Why?
Kangana.
So they're just doing it again?
Yeah, they're just doing it again. Now, for me personally, I'm not a fan of Kangana, but if there is any film in the entire history of Indian cinema that does not need remaking, it is Queen. It was an appalling film in the first place. So why is Bollywood doing this? So like I keep thinking to myself, like Bollywood's going to redeem itself. Look what's coming out. Tact is potentially on the way. Ranveer Singh's new film, which
Love and War with Sanjay Leela
Love and
Bhansali.
War, yeah.
But then, first of all, why are they doing it? Okay, but then are they trying to be like, look, because of the audience? But the audience, if they find it dubbed, they'll watch it dubbed. I'm sure. Like, is it because of that language barrier? do you think, is why they're still doing remakes?
No, but the language barrier.
It's always going to be there, right?
Well,
But-
yeah, but it is. But every film is dubbed.
Yeah.
So is the barrier
No.
there?
You're right, actually, yeah. As long...
I mean, I know we've spoken about this before. I think we both agreed that we personally prefer to watch any film in its original
Yeah,
language
100%.
and use subtitles.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I need to use subtitles of virtually every film I watch. So for me, there is no need for remakes whatsoever because the film will be available in your language. And there is certainly no need for Drishyam starring AJ Devgan.
Yeah.
Why?
But then, I want to ask you, what can the rest of Indian cinema then learn from Malayalam cinema? Because Malayalam cinema don't seem to be doing remakes of songs, remakes of things. They're taking unique concepts, flipping them upside down on their head, whether it's a thriller, whether it's a film about like homosexuality and all that stuff. So what can they learn?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you've kind of pretty much hit the nail on the head there, really. Again, I'm going to say it again, though. Malayalam cinema is in its golden era, and long may it continue. I don't know how long it will continue, but at the moment, fantastic. But what they are doing is originality. Virtually every film that comes out of Malayalam cinema at the moment makes you go, oh, okay, that's interesting. They are running the risk of repeating themselves, definitely. But that's just because at the moment this particular style or genre of film is selling. But yeah, I mean, look at the list of original films that comes out of not just Malayalam but the southern industries at the moment is it's originality.
Yeah.
One film that just this is going back about a year or so. Basil Joseph film, Jaya 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 Hey.
Okay.
Have you not seen?
No.
Oh, I would thoroughly recommend.
Really?
Yeah. Again, along with the horror genre that I'd like to see expanded completely is the comedy genre as well. Now, sometimes I don't get comedy.
Yeah.
Sometimes from a cultural point of view, I don't quite understand why things are funny. And also sometimes it's very, very different reading jokes than hearing and seeing jokes. Because when I'm reading subtitles, I'm not seeing exactly what's going on screen. Having said that, though, I do think that Indian cinema needs to grasp comedy with both hands. And Jai 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 Hey is a brilliant example of how Indian comedy can work perfectly. The story, just very briefly, the story is about arranged marriage. I think it's Tamil. It's Basil Joseph.
Okay.
So would that be Tamil?
Malayalam, probably.
Oh, Malayalam.
Yeah.
Is it Malayalam? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still
Fair enough. Yeah.
learning.
Fine.
So it's about a couple who have an arranged marriage. And he is very much of the mindset that a wife's place is in the kitchen. You will do exactly what I say. And if you don't do what I say, then you're going to feel the back of my hand. And she is like, no. She fights back.
Oh.
And then I would just leave that there.
Interesting.
But I would urge you to go and check out
okay.
Jaya 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 Hey.
Ah.
Did you see where that film goes? And it was like, well, for me, it was hilarious. There is a lot of visual comedy in that film. I don't know if I found it funny in places where perhaps I wasn't really meant to be laughing.
Yeah.
But Basil Joseph, and it's I forget the main lead. Other main lead's name is Darshan.
Ooh.
She was in a film called Paradise just recently.
Dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Jaya, 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 Jaya.
Okay.
That's my recommendation for today.
And I just think, you mentioned about comedy and stuff, but like Indian cinema, I think the thing that Malayalam cinema do well that they can learn from is using small budget, making it good.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah.
Like there's Manjamel Boys we've had as
Yeah.
well, low budget film, but
Yeah.
took so much money. Just the way that whole film was done, that's one thing. And I think for me, I don't know if you would agree with me on this, but the way they keep you on your toes from start to finish on a film,
Yeah.
that's something that could be done maybe better than the rest. Like Malayalam cinema, if it's especially a thriller, they can do a good job of like keeping you. Because maybe the intermission, they don't need an intermission because the intermission's probably just stuck there because that's how we've been used to it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
you can't look at a film, especially Malayalam film, like first half and second half.
Yeah.
You have to just
you
let
just
it.
don't need that.
You let it play out through the whole thing.
But again, this to me ties into the originality.
Yeah.
These. Hang on a second, I've lost my thought there.
Which one?
What was I going to say? Oh, that was it. Right. So this all ties into the originality of Malayalam cinema. Say, for instance, Sudaram, right? So for 45 minutes, you know what you're watching. And it's a film about a guy who loves this car and he will protect it passionately, more so than you would look at your own car and think, I'm going to do that. And then you're quite happy with like watching this guy look after his car, and then all of a sudden you're like, what? Hey, where are we going? What's happening? And that happens a lot in Malayalam cinema.
That
and
one
in Southern cinema as
that
well.
one flipped upside down big time. But
that is where the northern industries could learn, particularly Bollywood.
How
tell people they are going to be watching this film. By the end of the film, they are watching something completely different. That works.
Yeah. But as long as it ties in to the start, we're fine. Like, as long as you didn't give me like...
Oh, as long as they say, God, what was SRK's film?
Zero.
Zero.
Oh, my God.
Where all of a sudden he's in space.
I kind of like that.
Sorry. No.
Was it not for you?
No.
I just kind of, I don't know. Maybe I didn't look at it like that.
Did you accept that? He was in space.
I know, yeah. I don't know. Maybe because he was quite funny in the film and stuff. Yeah, but I can see what you mean. Like he was with Katrina Kaif and then...
But the whole concept was bonkers. The entire premise of the film rested on the fact that he was like tiny. He's a tiny little guy.
And he wanted to get married.
And he wanted to get married. I'm pretty sure there are height restrictions or height requirements for astronauts.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, we see him training to go to space and stuff. Interesting, yeah.
No, not for me. No. That was where a film sort of like veers off down a side road where you go, no, hang on, I don't want to be going down here. Let's get back on track. But with Malayalam cinema, you go off down a side road and you're like, oh,
what's going to happen?
Where are we going now?
Yeah, like, that's how you really like,
Yeah, so I think that's one of the big lessons that Hindi cinema can learn from Malayalam cinema, for sure.
But now, if you think about the future of Indian cinema, I feel like next year is going to be one of the biggest years at the moment. Would you agree?
Feels like it.
Yeah, 100%.
Look through the potential release list, and I'm like, okay, yeah. This is why my faith is. I'm hoping that my faith will be restored in Hindi cinema.
Yeah. Because like because you have like Vijay's last film, Jananayagan, before he goes into politics. That's coming out 9th of Jan. So after Christmas, there's no time to breathe because that's going to be the first biggie.
Yeah.
And then you've got obviously Love and War, the Ranbir Kapoor, Sanjay Leela Bhansali one. So that's another big one. You've got like Nani's The Paradise, which is at, I would say, the top of my list. Maybe number 2, number 1.
I don't know.
But that's because of when I watched that video and the background music, I was like my mind just like came out of my brain.
Yeah.
Ram Charan's got a film as well. Oh, there's loads actually next year.
See, I mean, this is the thing. As I look through the lists, and I'm gonna every single time I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward. That's my film for next year. Oh no, hang on, that's my film for next year. That's how big the 2026 roster is. It's
huge. But I think the most pivotal one next year, and for me, I think it will decide how the future of Indian cinema does go eventually, is the Ramayan film. The Remind film.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a big turning point in Indian cinema, regardless of how well, how bad, or whatever. There'll be a shit ton of eyes on that product. Do you think?
Yeah, I did a little reel about it myself, and I think I ended the reel saying something like, "This is not a movie; it's a global event," and I truly believe it will be. I was listening to an interview with the producer, and he was saying, I think it's gone over, is it 5,000 crores?
Was it was it 1,000?
Might be. I don't know. It was an unfathomable amount of money. I think it equated to $500 million.
Oh,
for the two films.
Oh, together. Yeah.
When we get into crores, I can't understand.
Yeah,
$500 million for the two films, I think it is. Now, if that $500 million has been put on screen, this is...
It's going to be like one to remember. Like there's a huge cloud over this film. Cast, I don't know, but I think there'll be a lot of attention, especially next year. From the get-go, everyone's going to be talking about this film, you know?
I see a lot of people saying Ranbir is the wrong choice.
I don't think he's not. I think he's a decent fit for this.
I'm more than happy.
Yeah.
For me personally, Ranbir is one of my favourite actors across the country.
Yeah.
There are very few Ranbir films that I haven't either thoroughly enjoyed or absolutely loved. So for me, I'm perfectly happy.
I mean, if people want to see his acting potential, just watch Rockstar, and that's all you need to watch, and you'll realise like the powerhouse he is.
I even go a little bit before that. I mean, look at Barfi, one of his earliest films. I mean, regardless of whether you think that film is just a Chaplin ripoff or not, look at his performance.
Ooh, even like Yash as Ravan, that would be a big thing. Sai Pallavi as Sita, I think that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
But even the whole video we got, the whole background score was like, it just had this big pay-per-view type event.
Yeah. The score is
Hans Zimmer
and A.R. Rahman, isn't it?
Yeah. That'll be a first for Indian cinema.
Right. Okay, I just want to listen to this film now.
Just that score was, oh my God, honestly. It was like, but yeah, I think this film will be a big turning point for Indian cinema. Because I
think this is, I think Ramayana is going to carry on where RRR left off on a global.
I was going to ask you, like, do you think this will be the film next year which will bring even more Western audience to watch it?
The only thing that I think would mark a potential difference in the way that the West reacted to RRR is the fact that it is a story about the gods.
Oh yeah.
And I have faith in Western audiences getting on board with this film and not thinking, oh, well, I don't care about Indian gods. I don't care about Indian goddesses. I'm not watching that. Hopefully, that is not going to happen. I'm fingers crossed, and I'm rather confident that this is definitely going to change the course of Indian cinema. But isn't it out this year?
No, it's a Diwali 2026 is part 1. Then part 2 is 2027.
Oh, I've just really annoyed myself.
Or did you think it was this year?
I read it wrong, yeah. I thought it was this Diwali.
No, next year,
We've got another year to wait.
Yeah, right? 1 year. As long as we get the trailer early, I think, but I don't think they can fumble the promotion. I don't see them messing up the promotions or anything. They know this film will need time to promote.
Yeah.
If they do like promotions around the world, that's something they probably will look into, right?
I'll tell you one thing though. Well, again, this comes back to what we were saying about marketing earlier, and I think for what has the potential to be a global event like this, they need to start this marketing early. We are now talking about this a year beforehand, and I'm pretty confident that the teaser that they put out is my most watched teaser or trailer throughout the whole course of me watching Indian film. I don't think I've watched any trailer
more than you did for that one.
Yeah,
and that was not even a full glimpse. That was just the music.
That was just a tiny little trailer. And I keep popping back to it. And there are certain trailers over the years where I've gone, I'm going to check that one out again. That was a beautiful little trailer for this film or that film, whatever. But with this one, I'm like, let's have another look.
Yeah, I think that will be the biggest one next year probably. And we might get the Sandeep Reddy and Prabhas one next year, maybe at the end of the year.
Which one is that?
Spirit. So it's
Spirit.
Like, yeah,
oh, right, okay. I don't know this.
He's meant to be playing a police officer or whatever in the film. Tripti Dimri, because there was this whole controversy as well with Sandeep Reddy Vanga and Deepika. She apparently rejected the film because she didn't want to do the hours, didn't want to do. I don't know. I'm not trying to cause contrary here, but I think also the dubbing was something she didn't want to do in Telugu or whatever.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then Tripti Dimri has now got the role. So that if we get that next year, maybe we'll get it at the end of the year for Christmas. And then you've got Drishyam 3 potentially next year as well. So next year, I think, is looking like the biggest year or most pivotal year for Indian cinema.
I think it's going to be a very important year. Yeah.
And then
maybe I'm like hammering this point a little bit too much now, but I think it's for me personally, I guess is true for most Western people. Bollywood was my entry point into to Indian cinema, and it will always have a place in my heart. So over the course of the last couple of years, my heart has been weeping a little bit, but now 2026. Let's see.
Let's see, because
there's fingers
hopefully,
here.
We don't want to be left disappointed.
Yeah,
but then even Malayalam cinema, you said that it's in its golden age. Where do you think it will go in the future, though?
Oh my word! I was thinking about this on the way here, and I honestly don't know. Because it feels like we have taken Malayalam cinema into our hearts over the last couple of years, and we have formed this relationship, and sometimes I think to myself, these are the types of relationships that we build with cinema that we don't want to see end, and we don't want to see messed with. I don't know. I don't know what Malayalam cinema can do, but I think it will need to change. But I just don't know. I don't know where it could possibly go.
I think it will continue doing what it's been doing. More eyes will go to the product. Then I think when it does get a bit like, okay, we need to change this, then probably there'll be a film, I'm sure. Maybe they need I don't think they do need another big budget film for now. They tried one, fine. Yeah, I think they're just going to continue.
But that's not to say that the industry can't handle a big,
they can. Emperor, they were able to.
Yeah. I mean, they proved they can do it. That is not necessarily the future. Though.
No. I don't see where it's going to go. I think
just from a financial point of view, they just can't keep churning out multi-crore blockbusters again and again. The one thing I do know, though, is that the originality that they are riding on at the moment is I'm sure is going to continue.
Yeah.
I think they just need to, over the course of the next few years, Malayalam cinema just needs to keep surprising us.
Yeah.
In more and more ways that we are
Already
not
surprised
expecting.
by in films and stuff. Yeah. But they'll probably still do the whole social message thing. Yeah. They're just going to stick to what's been working. And hopefully, like you said, you might get your horror film as well.
Yeah, possibly.
But yeah, there's not much really I can say that I'd want to see like better in the future and stuff from them, especially. No, they're just gonna, even South Indian cinema, I don't know. In the future, do you think also the whole Super Stardom thing's gonna get abolished? Because once, let's say, like you obviously you're still gonna have Mohanlal, Rajnikant, SRK, but when they get older and stuff, that stardom, that's not gonna happen for newer actors, will it?
I don't. That's an interesting point. I mean, there doesn't seem to. If you said, "Who is the next Rajnikant?" Well, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I don't think there is. So yeah, maybe we are not holding actors in the same regard anymore. Maybe Rajnikant and Mohanlal and Mammootty, maybe they are going to be the end of this super stardom, as you say.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be looking at films as the actual superstar, and not necessarily who's in it. Because I don't. Can you think of a modern superstar?
I was going to ask you, who do you think the next big star would be?
I don't know. I mean, well, I suppose like Vijay, Talapati Vijay is.
But he's on his way to politics, so he's going as well.
Yeah, so he's going to potentially leave the industry altogether. Isn't he? So
I think the.
But who would replace him? I mean,
SK Sivakarthikeyan is obviously the obvious choice, but he's kind of a star already. It's just obviously getting to that level.
Yeah.
But even, okay, let's not include him because he has been around for quite a little bit as well. There is no one from the new gen. You're right. I think it's probably going to end with
Allu Arjun.
But he's already been around. Like these guys have been around, haven't they? Yeah. There's no. I think it's going to end.
Nobody springs to mind.
Yeah, there is no one. But if I was to ask you one bold prediction for the future of Indian cinema, what would it be?
Oh, right. Well, considering what we've just been talking about, Ramayana, my prediction is that we are suddenly going to see the global recognition.
Okay.
Oh, it's so difficult to tell because
you never know.
We could have had this conversation about quite a few films that have gone before, but Ramayana feels a little bit different.
Okay.
So, although I am trying to have confidence in this answer, but my prediction is that we will see a greater level in global appreciation.
Interesting. Oh, what would I say? Oh, see, I have one, but I think, do you know what? I want to go with this one. I think nothing's going to change.
What? No, it has
I don't know.
to.
Just the whole awards, the whole, I don't know. I don't think, you might be right. Like, ours might tie in together. Nothing will change, but then more Western. I don't know. I just don't see.
But we are.
Yeah, we
are living like this at the moment.
I don't know. I don't see a big change happening now.
But
yeah.
then you have just said that 2026 is like a monumental looking year.
But we've always had big films. This is the thing. So I don't know. It's hard. That's the only what's it called? Prediction I'm thinking of. I don't think there's one. But it's not a bold prediction that the star system's going to get abolished. That's not one. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Other than that,
Yeah.
no. Okay. No, but all right. No, actually, no. Because even I was like, what could be the first 2,000 crore movie?
No, oh my
But
word.
I think Spirit. Oh, I think Spirit. But Remind's coming out before. Oh,
I mean, without Western help, I don't think we're going to be seeing a 2,000 crore movie anytime
not
soon.
yet.
No.
yeah. Okay, but I think Spirit or Remind will be the first two. Maybe Spirit. I imagine more towards Spirit, but maybe that's my for a proper prediction. I don't really have. It's the fact that I don't think anything's going to change.
Maybe they are like two contenders.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're the top two contenders by far.
Yeah, but I don't know. See, I mean, this is like I said earlier on. When we get into like 2,000 crores, I don't really know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
The one thing I do know is it attainable?
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.